Previously on the last door. Wakefield and Kaufman followed the only clue that they had on Devitt's location, the recipient of Anthony's disturbing letter, Alexander Dupree. Wakefield visited the East Hill Asylum to gather some information on Dupree's past. Wakefield discovered that Dupree was the leader of a secret society known as the Playwright. He learned that they practiced rituals with the goal of peering through the veil, the line that separates the common world from an outer void full of horrors. One of East Hill's patients turned out to be a member of the Playwright, but she escaped the asylum. Wakefield and Kaufman followed her to her hideout, a cabin in the mountains, when suddenly a big flock of birds appeared. Doesn't seem good. I must forget nothing. Everything must be set. Okay. When the time comes. And I am visited again. Okay, I don't need to watch the intro every single time. Thank God I can skip it. For a moment, the sky was dark. We heard the calls of 1,000 birds, but another sound rose above them. A sound I cannot describe. What? What just happened in here? Where's Miss Cone? We are too late. Chalk, a circle drawn hastily on the floor. She thought it could prevent what she knew what was about to happen, but she was wrong. Okay. It is ashes. The windows are covered with wooden planks. It looks as if she was trying to keep someone from entering, or something from getting out. I do not know what to make of all of this. I do. Someone has COVID. Are you alright, Kaufman? It is nothing, mein Freund. Just a bit of a cold. Now, mein Freund, I think we should talk. In light of the events we have recently witnessed, the matter cannot be delayed any further. You must make an important decision. It is not yet too late to go back to our daily lives. If you do not want to continue, you must forget all about your patient, Jeremiah Devitt. You will have to keep to yourself everything you have learned about the mystery of his disappearance and never talk about it again. But should you wish to continue the search, you will need to accept the consequences, whatever they may be. Please do not take this decision lightly. The path ahead of it is not without peril. You know my answer already, Kaufman. I must know what happened to Devitt. So be it then. As you may have already realized, this matter involving your patient transcends the limits of psychiatry as we know it. We are not dealing with the effects of trauma or the demons of the subconscious, at least not in the terms we are used to. We are dealing with something old, something dark. A sinister truth that has been buried deep for generations. This man, Alexander Dupree and his organization, I think they seek to uncover these secrets, and I fear they might have already. Miss Cohn's fate, whatever it was, must be related somehow, but my knowledge of this area is simply not sufficient. We must pay a visit to an old friend, someone I never thought I would want to see again. The man who introduced me to the extended scientific field of the occult. My mentor, Professor Adam Wright, can't speak. Season 2, Episode 2, My Dearest Visitor. White Manor. Okay. And Wickport. I doubt he is away at this time of day. Perhaps he cannot hear us from the front. Let us try the back door. And then the front door opens. It's like, hello? Mrs. Oakwood. She is the manor's housekeeper. Yes, who is it? Good morning, Mrs. Oakwood. Do you remember me? Why, Dr. Kaufman, bless my soul, it's been so long I hardly recognize you. How nice to see you again. Allow me to introduce my colleague, Dr. John Wakefield. Is the professor at home? We would like to see him. Why, yes, doctor, of course. I am quite forgetting myself. Let me take you to him. It is really good for you to come. Of you to come. He receives so few visitors these days on account of his condition. His condition? Oh, sir, I am right. Sorry. I thought you knew. The professor, he suffers from an ailment afflicting his brain. He is now entirely confined to his bed. That doesn't seem good. Professor Wright, you have visitors. One of them is your old friend. Look, look, do you recognize him? It is Johann, Professor, your old pupil. I reckon he does remember you, Johann. It has been a long time since I have seen him so excited. I will leave you two to talk to the professor. It may be difficult to keep him on one subject for long, but oh, it does him such a world of good to speak with old friends. Should you need my assistance, I will be in the backyard. Professor? Uncle James, you are back. It is I, Professor, Johann Kaufman. Where is father? Where has he been taken? He suffers from some kind of memory loss. Yes, I am afraid he would not tell us much in this state. If we could but stimulate his memories, maybe then he could tell us of his research, something to unravel the mystery of the playwright. Perhaps. We have few other options in any case. Let us try. Why don't you explore the manor? There may be some object we can use to jog the professor's memory. Meanwhile, I would try and talk to him about the time we researched together. That could also help him remember. I did want to mention there was some stuff that I missed in the first like chapter. It's like with the dude on the other side of the glass in the asylum. Like if you went back to him, then you would see him like being experimented on or like treated or whatever. It's very, very curious. Professor Wright's gaze remains fixed on the window as though he were waiting for someone. Same thing. The snow is falling outside, slow and silent. I don't think he's gonna say anything, really. Professor Wright? Father, why must you spend so much time away? Father. We must find a way to help the professor recover his memories. Okay. A large wardrobe of engraved wood. Nothing in there, though? Okay. Doesn't seem like there's anything else in here. A lamp provides a soft glow that somehow lacks warmth. A painting of the ocean at the end of the afternoon. There is a figure in black on the beach, but its face is shrouded by a hood. Alrighty then. It is locked. The sign on the door reads attic. Of course it is an attic. Doesn't surprise me. An engraving on paper. The script is from a language unknown to me. Okay, why didn't you take it with you and then, like, show it to someone that might know what it says? An oil painting. It shows an obscure medieval scene. Bathroom, huh? Though I see myself in the mirror, the reflection is strangely distorted. Okay. A large porcelain tub, its hefty weight supported on 4 blackened iron feet. A thin ring of damp residue around its interior suggests recent use. Okay. A common radiator. Okay, I'm gonna have to remember this stuff. It's like radiator, bathtub. Distorted mirror. An old stone tower is depicted in the painting. Thorned vines have slithered across the entrance, forming a swarming blockade that almost seems to come alive when stared at for too long. It won't open. Okay then. I'm just making sure I'm not missing anything. It's locked. Ready then. A sea landscape. Cool. What's in here? Door to the outside, probably. A cast iron wood stove. A bread oven. Various ingredients. Glass jars filled with spices and pickled food. The door is locked shut. A small sign reads basement. Why are all like the creepy areas locked? Not that I'm complaining, but I have a feeling I'm gonna have to go down there eventually anyways. May I ask you something, Mrs. Oakwood? Of course, Doctor. How did the professor become afflicted? The ailment runs in his family. Mr. Wright suffers from it, as did his father and his grandmother before him. It is truly a terrible thing, and to think all these years Mr. Wright knew what would become of him. May God have pity on his poor soul. The ailment that runs in Professor Wright's family, do you know what its symptoms are? Well, I can't speak those very long words physicians use, but I can tell you what I see in him. Professor Wright hardly remembers a thing from the last 40 years. It is like he is a child again. With God's mercy, it has now gone so far that it torments him no longer. Leave you to your work. A thick layer of ice covers the pool of water. Okay. Oh cool, more statues. The queen has removed her mask. There is an empty hole where her face should be. The statue portrays a clergyman hiding his face behind a mask. The central statue portrays a cloaked figure holding a clay vessel. The vessel has a small hole in it, just large enough to see a metal object hidden inside. Okay. Interesting. The sage has removed his mask. There is an empty hole where his face should be. The statue portrays a peasant woman with her face hidden by a mask. What's with all the masks? A stiff tree. Almost seems like a statue itself. Okay, I don't need to read that again, because it's just gonna say the same thing. This oak tree looks ancient, probably older than the manor itself. There is a strange ornament on the wall. I think I can move it. Okay. I'm assuming there's gonna be multiple, and then I have to, like, figure out a code. Close from the inside. A fierce lion damaged by the harsh weather of the coast. I didn't look at this one. Its head is missing. Okay. Nothing over here? Okay. No, I don't want to leave. There's no point in leaving just yet. So let's go back inside. I said in the last episode I was gonna like try to split them up into 2 parts, but it's like it was only like an hour, so it's like I might as well just keep it all in. No, I don't need to be in here anymore. Yeah, the one downside to season 2 is that I can't speed this along by like double clicking anymore. Okay, it seems like a library of some sort. Professor Wright has an eclectic collection, from old adventure novels to treatises on the occult sciences. Some of these titles, I believe, have been forbidden by the Crown. Tin Soldier. It looks to have been painted by hand. It commemorates some military campaign that I have not heard of. Take it. Could it hold some special significance to Professor Wright? Perhaps it will help stimulate his memories. White. A painting of the cliffs of this region. The fire burns fiercely, rendering the air thick and heavy in the room. A globe. The surface is extraordinarily detailed. Judging by the strange shape of the continents, this must derive from a fictional work or some prehistoric era. Okay. So that's a puzzle that I'm gonna have to deal with. I don't like that. It is locked. I can hear the racket of many birds on the other side. Why they have to be birds? Strange. I didn't look at the painting. A portrait of Professor Wright. His appearance was quite different back then, an imposing, inquisitive figure. Go to this side. A porcelain jar containing some dried branches. Does this go back outside? Yes, it does. Okay, so that's gonna be like a shortcut type thing. To get me back up to there, like in and out. I only found this soldier. I don't exactly know what else there is. Do you recognize this, Professor Wright? Sergeant Downing was sent to the front. The man that returned was not Sergeant Downing. My dearest visitor, he will know where to look, or what a time we will have. Your visitor? What do you mean, Professor? He will have seen the map, and he will know the Book of Travels. The Book of Travels? Yes, he will work it out, but it must not be too easy, no. But he will find the prize, I am sure. Prize? What on earth is he talking about, Kaufman? Something concealed, something precious. In his adult state, could he have hidden away parts of his research? He was always a proud man. He would not easily have forgotten his most groundbreaking work. A sense of its grave importance at least would have remained. In his confusion, perhaps he has holed it away somewhere for his dearest visitor of his to find. Why don't you explore the manor? Perhaps something will relate to these latest ramblings. Meanwhile, I will continue my endeavors to revive his memory through conversation. Okay. Oh, now I can do this? There we go. I'm going the wrong way. I don't need to go this way. I need to go back into the library, it seems. The Book of Travels. Something else. There is a large volume here, quite worn. It is an illustrated edition of the Travels of Marco Polo. Perhaps this is the Book of Travels that Professor Wright mentioned. There is a mark on one of these pages. We began our journey by crossing the unforgiving desert, always facing the setting sun. At least we arrived at the merciful sight of the great ocean. We followed the coast north in dear hope of reaching our homes soon. It was not to be. The king of the land we traversed had declared war on the Great Khan, so we were forced to return as we had come. We never set foot in that bloody land again. We knew there was a port just a few miles to the south where we could find a boat. Our sea voyage was short as our sails billowed with the powerful southern winds. We reached the most eastern cape and landed there. Our backs to the sea, we marched forth and soon reached home. Okay. Let me reread this again. Mark on the page. Unforgiving desert, always facing the setting sun. Follow the coast north. Okay. So I should probably write this down, but let's see if I can just do this. Oh, there we go. We began our journey by crossing the unforgiving desert, always facing the setting sun. Okay. I'm just gonna take some pictures just so I don't have to keep rereading this and remembering. Okay. 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 So, by crossing the unforgiving desert, always facing the setting sun. Um, I don't understand what this is asking of me. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I thought I kind of understood what it's asking of me, but I don't understand. Okay. Oh, I see. Yeah, I would not have figured that out. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's what it wants from me. Would not have guessed that. That would have taken me way too long. It seems I have triggered a hidden mechanism. A small compartment has opened in the globe. There's a sealed letter inside. It is simply addressed to my dearest visitor. Kaufman needs to see this before it is opened. Just an empty compartment. Its sides and base are covered in black velvet. Okay. There we go. Now I can speed this along. Saves me the trouble of having to walk all the way over. Kaufman, look, I found an envelope. It was hidden inside a globe that a strange mechanism opened. To my dearest visitor, let us see what is inside. Exactly, this is another part of an intricate riddle. But to what purpose? To conceal something perhaps? Or just the last acts of a confused and drowning mind? I am increasingly of the opinion that this is some mental construct, some riddle conjured up by the professor's failing mind. He may not have even understood what he hid. Those seeking wisdom must first know their own foolishness. Reflect on yourself in the heat of passion to reveal what the cold eye of logic sees not. What? A riddle? And who would that visitor be? That is unknown to me, mein Freund. There is only one way to answer that question. If we find the answer to the professor's riddle, perhaps we will be able to solve this mystery. Those seeking wisdom must first know their own foolishness. Reflect on yourself in the heat of passion. Oh, I get it. It's the mirror, right? Reflect. Reflect on yourself, said the riddle, and the cold eye of logic sees not. Could there be something here, hidden somehow? What would it be, though? What? I see myself in the mirror. I don't understand what this is asking of me. The door is still locked. Yeah, she's in here now. May I ask you something, Mrs. Oakwood? Of course, Doctor. Do you know, is the professor fond of puzzles or riddles? Indeed, yes. He has long been an enthusiast of every mind game you can imagine. In better days, he would host parties every other month. Themed soirees, he called them. Oh, those were good times. It seems long ago now. There's a matchbox here. Take it. May need these matches later on. Wait, and there's a teapot. It's filled with cold water. I don't think there's anything else that I need. I don't think. Well, I have to put it on the wood stove. If I want to heat the teapot on the stove, I will need to start a fire first. The stove already has plenty of wood. Right. Oh, now I do it. Okay. The water will cool soon. Okay, now what do I do with this? There we go. Reflect on yourself in the heat of passion to reveal knowledge that the cold eye of logic sees not. Condensation from the teapot's steam has revealed a hidden message. I'll add this clue to the letter. Knowing yourself, you may look upon your master, meet his imposing gaze, and seek to understand what lies beneath. Thereby, learn the question, if not the final answer. What does that mean? Only by answering the riddle can we hope to solve this mystery. Knowing yourself, you may look upon your master, meet his imposing gaze, and seek to understand what lies beneath. Oh, I thought maybe it's like meet the gaze or whatever. That like where he's looking. Meet his imposing gaze, seek to understand what lies beneath. The dearest visitor will find the prize, I have no doubt. Okay. Maybe. Because maybe I don't meet his gaze, I meet the painting's gaze. Look upon your master, meet not only his imposing gaze, but seek to understand what lies beneath. As I suspected, there was a small key taped to the back of the picture frame, and a note. That's clue to the letter. The question is the world from the peak of man's tallest tower. The answer yearns up to it from the root of life and time itself. Okay, so where does this key go? Faded golden key. Well, there's only really two places it can, there's only a few places it can go, I should say. I don't think it's gonna go here. I really don't. Key does not fit this keyhole. I didn't think so. I don't like how there's like certain like extra spaces in between words. It really bothers me. As a grammar nerd. He doesn't work here. Okay. Let's go back up then. Does it go here? Does it go to the end of the hall then? It goes here. Okay. A shelf covered in old ornaments, pieces of metalwork, and pipes of strange shapes. Okay. Some kind of round mechanism. Okay. So there's a bunch of mechanisms everywhere, and I don't know what the answers are. An unusual electrical device. I'm unfamiliar with its function, but I can tell that there was a piece of equipment missing. Okay. So I probably can't do anything with that just yet. The central statue portrays a cloaked figure holding a clay vessel. Queen with her face hidden. The answer yearns up to it from the very root of life and time itself. I should check if there is something hidden near that tree. Okay. I don't like the lack of, music sometimes. It's really creepy. Like, unsettling. Forget which way it is. I think it's through here. Yeah, I could just go all the way back around, but I'm not going. Okay, there's a tree here. Looks as though something has been concealed behind the thick roots. Another note and a key bound together. I'll add this clue to the letter. It is a truth our ancestors knew and with stone silence came to unknow. The key has been engraved with the shape of a feather. This goes to the bird door, doesn't it? Kind of weird that this guy lives alone, like excluding his caretaker. I don't want to go in here. That's a lot of birds. Inside this cage, there was a bird with a black head and orange breast. The sign reads, Perhula Perhula. A truth that our ancestors knew and those stone silence came to unknow. There's a small compartment in the base of the bus. Inside this, a note. That only by entering the gnashing jaws of primal horror. Primal horror? Inside the cage, there was a crow with black and gray feathers. The sign reads Corvus Cornix. Black and white wings and a feathered crest. Upupa epops. Black with a yellow beak. The sign on its cage reads Turdus Marula. Gray breast and brown wings. Pastor domesticus. A curious bird with long legs. The sign on the cage reads Peripherio eleni. Pale brown breast inside this cage. The sign reads Lucinia megarinchos. Red feathers on its head and breast. Erathicus rubicula. An embroidered cloth covers this cage. On it, it is written, if the birds are silent, the phrase trails off. Yellowish brown feathers. The sign in the cage reads Cardulus flavorotris. Okay. Now what? Now what? Leave the bird and go back to the room of the stairs. Okay. Oh, I get it. I get it. Like, the puzzle design is really clever. I'm just stupid. Primal horror. Jaws of the Beast. There's something hidden in the lion's mouth. A lever. Now what is this doing for me? I think it has triggered some mechanism inside the manor. There was also a note in here. Not only by entering the gnashing jaws of primal horror will you at least know truth. Could this be the last part of the riddle? Okay, what did that open though? Did it open the basement? Did it open something in here perhaps? I'll just double check. I'm just gonna double check. You never know. Okay, it doesn't seem like anything changed in here. Did this door open? No. What did the lever do? Did this door open? No. Oh, okay. Secret passage just opened at the end of the corridor. This looks like Professor Wright's archive. I should bring Kaufman here at once. Experiments 1885. Let us see. Have a look at this. Be careful, there is a small key inside the folder. August 1st, 1885. Results at last. After many months of tedious observation, something has finally come from the other side. I heard the sound of footsteps exploring the proximity of the stone archway. This would seem to verify my hypothesis. Absolute horror is the key that we seek. September 20th. Now that they have proven themselves useful, I have installed 2 new devices in the outer tunnels. I dare not go deeper. I have not heard it again, but I know the thing must still be down there in the dark. November 12th. Containment in the underground tunnel has been breached. Blank gone. December 15th. I have no choice but to abort the experiment. It can no longer be controlled. There is but one thing left to do. I will seal the tunnel and hope that the abomination remains forever entombed within. What is this supposed to be? It seems to be a log that the professor kept during one of his experiments almost 7 years ago. It is noteworthy that one of the entries have been redacted. But what is written in there? It cannot be true. It must be some kind of hallucination. A sign of Professor Wright's illness, maybe. Perhaps, though we should not jump to conclusions. We can conclude that the professor had another working place underground. Perhaps that key opens the basement door. There could be a route through to this underground tunnel. Meanwhile, I will keep looking through these documents. There must be something more than that folder among this mess. Why do I have to go to the basement? Piles of papers of all kinds, discarded notes, letters, and receipts, all mixed up. Okay. A set of framed silhouettes. Under each is an inscribed plaque. Mr. Strachan was a well-positioned man. He fell madly in love with the younger daughter of the Bartleys, and so he proposed to her. Young Agnes fancied the idea of marrying an older man, but she always hid her feelings from her mother. Mrs. Bartley did never take her eyes off her daughter and watched them at all times. Mr. Bartley tried to show his support for their daughter, but his wife never paid any attention to him. Okay. There we go. Got it. A compartment has opened up in the wall. Oh, another one of these? I don't know what this is. I'm assuming I just have to rotate it once every single time. Okay. Let's go down to the basement then. Not looking forward to this. Ugh. I don't like this. It's completely dark in here. I feel a cold draft coming from the front. It's too dark. I need something to light the way. Okay. Wait. I was about to say, what? Well, this is creepy. I don't like this. I have run out of matches. I hear like scurrying and I don't like that. There we go. I've fallen through a hole. Where am I? The flow of air is stronger here. It looks like a component of some sort of machine. Maybe I can find out where to use it. That goes up to the machine up in the attic. A working lantern. Now I can get out of here safely. Part of the tunnel is blocked by a cave-in. The underground tunnel is not accessible from here. I should go back. The way is blocked by a cave-in. Thank goodness, a ladder. I don't like that. He just turned around by himself. Get me out of here. No, I didn't mean to go back down. There's a mechanism of some sort. Okay. It's just so creepy. I don't like basements in horror games. Attics are fine. Basements, no. Because basements are always dark and unfinished. This old furniture has been left here to rot. Get me out of here. If we cannot access the tunnel mentioned in Professor Wright's log, how can we find the missing parts of his research? I must talk to Kaufman about this. Oh good, you're just gonna go all the way up to him for me. Good. I was able to use the key to explore the basement. There was a large hole in the floor. One side of the hole may lead to some sort of tunnel, but it was completely covered in rocks and debris, so I could not tell for sure. Covered in debris, it sounded as if the professor succeeded in blocking the entrance to this underground area. It is unfortunate for us. I have made some progress of my own, mein Freund. I think this could help us elucidate the next step in our search. Have a look. What is that? Today a meeting finally took place. You see, Mr. Wright, our organization is keenly interested in your research. We could reach an agreement to fund this project. But first, we need to know the details. I understand. The main factor is the condition of the test subject, how open he is to suggestion. As you know, only the human mind can open a physical passage to the other side. So a complete absolute darkness will be required for the experience to result. A secluded place, completely isolated. A place that can only bring thoughts of what may be hiding in the dark. I have the perfect location in mind. But in total darkness and seclusion, how could the results of the experiment be studied or confirmed? That is precisely where your organization can provide help. I have designed a special device that would allow me to listen from a safe distance, but I lack the means to manufacture it myself. That we could arrange. But there is one last thing I would like to know. How would the experience be triggered? By means of a chemical compound of some kind? Do you mean a serum? Not at all. That would be of no elegance whatsoever. The trigger is the mind itself, the emotion known as terror. The primal fear that still survives in the depths of our mind from the times humans were mere beasts. That which allows us to open a physical passage beyond the veil of rational thought. Primal terror is the key that we will use to open the last door. Could this organization be the playwright? It may be. If so, then we are closer to the truth than we thought. But in this room, I have been able to find only some fragments of information, discarded material. It looks as if the main bulk of documents were moved from this room and hidden somewhere else. The basement tunnel. That seems the most reasonable conclusion. But access to that place is lost, is it not? The entrance was sealed. There may be another access that we do not know about, if we could find and use the device that the professor mentions in his log. I believe we could shed some light on this matter. So I need to go back up to the attic. I need to put the thing into here. I think it will work now. There we go. Got it. The sound. Do my ears deceive me? Is that a piano melody? I must seek Kaufman at once. Not to state the obvious, but it sounds as if someone is still down there playing the piano of all things. But how is that even remotely possible? I do not know, but this means something important to us. It means there was another entrance to the underground tunnel, and that we must find it. But we have run out of leads. You did not find anything of use in the archive, and Professor Wright continues to mutter incoherently about childhood memories. You must hypnotize the professor. We are running out of options. This might be the only way to find the answers we seek. Okay. Look at this candle. Fix your eyes upon it. Your body is as light as a feather. Everything around you fades. You are entering a dark, endless void. Hey, get out. Listen to my voice. Where are you? A great number of trees surround me. The sun is setting soon. I can go north and west. I stand beside a waterfall. It is not water that falls, but mud and rock from a great height. They fall and fall into a bottomless abyss. Behind the waterfall, to the east, lies a tunnel. To the west, I see the edge of the forest. I am in a dark tunnel. Oscar is here as well. He is upset. He yells at me. He begs me to stop. The tunnel divides into many passages. I can go north, south, and west. Let's go west. Oh. Whoops. Okay, go south. The passage ends here, an empty cave, a big round hole in the wall. Behind it, I can hear the sea. Okay. I am in a large open space with a piano. Something stands next to the piano. I can't see it clearly. Its face. The tunnel stretches into the dark. It is a very small room. In the center lies a deep pit. A ladder goes down. It is so dark. Down there, it lies. It waits. I will not continue. I must go back. I cannot. I can hear it with me. Its breath. Dear God, I must flee. You must continue. It waits for me. It waits down there. I have gone down the ladder. I cannot see. It is pitch dark. I can feel its breath. It is here. It is with me. Enough. We went too far, mein Freund. You are right. I did not think you would react this way. You did well by stopping the trance, Kaufman. I think it would be best if we leave it for today. Let us return to the inn. Reflect tonight on what we have witnessed here. Tomorrow, let's discuss the next steps in our investigation. January 21st, 1893. Come in. Kaufman, are you alright? Worry not, Wakefield. I'm just feeling a bit feeble. It must be all this cold and humidity. Nothing serious. I would like to know your opinion about what we heard during yesterday's session. Do you remember anything that could help us in our search? I believe that this underground tunnel has left a deep impression on Professor Wright's subconscious. I agree. The horror he experienced at the end of the session was far too intense to derive solely from his imagination. It speaks of some trauma. The sea was a recurring theme during the hypnotic regression. Yes, it is true. Maybe the entrance to this tunnel is somewhere closer to the coast. Throughout the trance, we saw an unknown figure with no visible face, the floating body in the water, the person near the rocks, the one beside the piano. Yes, indeed, but I am afraid it is too soon to unveil the true meaning of those images. Professor Wright mentioned a man that shouted at him near the entrance to the tunnel, begging him not to continue. I cannot remember his name. Very good, it was Oscar. We should attempt to find him. He may know something about Professor Wright's fears. If we can find this man, I am sure we will shed some light upon the mystery. Why don't you go to the village and try to find something about Oscar? My apologies, but I must stay here and recover my strength. Okay. Man, I still have a long ways to go, huh? Okay, so... Town Square. Cannot cross the sea. Good morning. Let me drink in peace. Are you a ship captain? Why, what's it to you? Do I look like a captain? Because of the 3 earrings you are wearing. You have double the 3 capes, is that right? Indeed I have. Good Hope, Leewin, Horn. Therefore I hold the right to stand before kings and to piss against the wind. If I dies in the sea, these 3 rings will pay my wake. But no, that'll not happen now. Do you mean you will not set sail again? I love the sea more than anything. It is my passion, my freedom, and my life. But there are many things about him that we do not know. There are, far from the coast, in the deep dark, things we were still unprepared to behold. Believe me, those things await deep down. Have you seen any of those things? No, but you may have heard 1 or 2 of the stories the fishermen tell about things seen out there. It is naught but tales for youngins, mere superstition from men too cowardly to face the dark. Any good seaman knows that in the strong wind, a stretched rope can shake and sing. I myself have mistaken such keening for the wail of a child, but there was one time it was nothing of the sort. Then the sea howled. It was not thunder, not a strong wave clashing with my ship. No, it was like a voice. It spoke to me in a language I cannot describe, a sound muttered by a living something, a call unlike anything I had heard before, and I understood. What did you understand? I understood there was no more freedom for me, that the sea now had other lords. And whoever they were, I did know they would not share it. What happened then? As I navigated back to shore, I lost control of my ship in a great storm. The rocks of the cliffs did the rest. I do not know where the remains of my dear Augustine ended up, With the passing of years and tides, I looked for them once, for many moons, but all I found was this bar in the bottom of an empty glass. I have never returned to the shore since. May she forgive me. Now leave me be. I will leave you alone to your thoughts. You have the gratitude of me and my whiskey. All that blathering worked up a right sore thirst. This lady is dressed rather elegantly for someone who came to drink in a place like this. Those two fishermen have just given me a suspicious look. Okay. Good morning. You want a drink? What is with that man on the corner? Fred? You can ignore him. He's a sad, lonely drunk. Do you know a man called Oscar? You mean Father Oscar? You can find him in the church when he's not in here. It's right outside. Have you met Professor Wright? The professor? Sure, saw him every other day as a young'un. Always involved in the village. He was la-di-da, alright, but folk respected him. He got stuck in. Didn't last though. Shut himself away. Started getting visitors from out of town. He stopped coming to the village eventually. Last I heard, he'd gone crazy. None of us knows for sure though. Been years since I saw him. I will leave you to your work. Godspeed. The wheel taken from the helm of a ship, perhaps a trinket from the owner's days as a ship's helmsman. Old pictures of the village's inhabitants. Bottles of rum, dark beer, and a couple of taps of pale ale. Okay. Wait. An old poster of a local traditional sport. Okay. So there's a church, huh? Excuse me, are you spying on me? I'm sorry, I did not mean to. You are not from these parts, are you? No, I am just passing through. Are you alright? Yes. Could you do me a favor? For a long time, I have wanted to visit the tomb of my lover, but I cannot leave the house due to my illness. Could you please leave these flowers there? No one in this village would do this service for me. Alright, where is the place? Oh, you cannot know how grateful I am. You are a good, kind person. You can go to the graveyard through that path right there. The name you need to look for is Carter. Alrighty then. Why were you spying on me? Oh, do not put it like that. It sounds so terrible. I just watch folk passing by. I cannot leave the house, so I spend my days at the window. It is awful interesting. You learn a lot about people this way, you know? Really? What can you tell me about myself? I have only observed you for a while, but I can tell you are on an important mission looking for someone dear. There is a worry over your shoulders and a long way ahead of you. Wow, that was remarkable. I am frankly astonished. Let me see. What can you tell me about the barmaid? Eva is a woman with a strong character. Once I saw her kick out a group of drunk sailors from the pub without a doubt. She is in a bad mood lately because business is not what it used to be. She would not leave the village, though, as did the others. What can you tell me about Captain Morville? Poor Fred is always drunk. In the old times, when he was not sailing, he had long walks on the beach and looked happy. But now, rare is the occasion when he gives a quick glance at the coast. He has lost all hope. What can you tell me about Father Oscar? He is a man who has lost his purpose. I see him walking aimlessly in the morning and evening, nervous and doubtful. I should go. Thanks for everything and have a good day. Alrighty then. Snow all but covers the window. Evidently, no one has been here to clear it in a very long time. It is too frosted over to see inside. An old rotting boat rests on the shore. The name Providence is written on the side. An old rusty bronze bell, typical of a seafaring vessel. It is engraved with the name Augustine. Oh, isn't this the dude's ship's name? Someone may be able to tell me more about it. The old ship is completely wrecked. Okay. So I need to go to the graveyard, I need to find Oscar, and I need to go give the bell to the dude. Is there anything on the other side of the beach, perhaps? Some abandoned wooden planks. Perhaps they are here for the repair of local fishing boats. Doesn't look like there's anything else over here. Okay. Let's go back up. This is the door of the church at Wickport. It is closed. Okay. Fisherman's Lodge. Why, that bell is from Augustine. My Augustine. Where on earth did you find it? I found it on the beach near the shipwreck. I thought I would never see it again. I will clean it and make it shine anew. Wakeport Beach. Our beach? Why, I must go. I must go straight away. Or to be reunited with my poor Augustine. What will remain of her? No, no, I dare not go. Oh, but I must. Good day to you, sir. Can I take his drink? No. Okay, so I probably should go chase after him then, right? Do you have anything else to say about that, dude? No. Was this piano playing before? I don't remember. Nope, keep going. Neither the cracks in your hull nor your flaking paint, none of it matters. You are beautiful as ever, Augustine. Today we will watch the sun set together. Good sir, I cannot put into words what a great service you have rendered this drunken knave. Just as you, a stranger, have brought me to my lost treasure, may this old sailor's spyglass, in whatever way it can, help light the way to yours. Take it. It is a gift from the heart. Thank you, sir. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this, but I'll take it. Okay, so let's go to the graveyard then. I'm looking for Carter, right? A windswept, old, gnarly tree is clinging onto the cliff with what roots remain. Someday it will fall into the ocean below. Good morning, I am Dr. Wakefield. You come from the town, don't you? You need an answer, I know by your accent. Be careful around these cliffs. This is no place for tourists. It's hardly a place for anyone now. The man snorts. You'd best be on your way back. Strange things have been happening here. What do you mean? Seamen and fishermen alike swear to have heard voices in the rising tide. Inhuman screams, some of them say. But there are some who claim to have witnessed ungodly things in the dead of night. I once saw a ghastly thing crawling out there amongst the rocks. People have heard screams coming from the sea. Bloody drunks. They say the sea howls at them, as if that was something new. That thing, the one you saw on the rocks, can you tell me more about it? Late night it was, me on my boat. Fishing, that's when I gets the best catch. Then I saw it, not under the water as the others say. It was on a rock, perched there like it was smelling for something. The shape of it, like nothing I have ever saw before, not walking on the earth nor swimming in the sea. The thing was big and hunched over like a crouching man. The way it moved, it made my flesh crawl. Whatever it was, the mist itself was its ally, hiding it from my bare eyes, and in the end disappearing away together. I swear, should I see that horror again, I would take my most vicious harpoon and thrust it so deep in its wretched body that they will have to bury them together. So, what are you doing up here? That's a complete shift in tone. It's like, I saw a monster. So what are you doing up here? I come here when I can, to watch the shore, just in case that thing comes back. The mist down there is just too thick. I can see better from here, even if my eyes are not what they used to be. Damn it, if I could somehow regain my once sharp eyesight again, by God, I would impale that abomination for sure. Here you go. Here, would this help you watch the shore? Why, it is old to be sure, but this telescope has been patched up to a rare beauty. Yeah, my thanks, stranger. I am indebted. Oh, what is that? On that cliff there? Well, blow me, but if it isn't the Wright's old summer house. I thought it entirely destroyed. It looks like you can get there using the old cliff path. Excuse me, did you say the Wright's summer house? Well, yes, I never saw it myself. I was too young at the time, but everyone around here knows the story well. It was a terrible tragedy, you see. One night, there was a landslide just beneath the house. Most of the building fell sheer into the sea, leaving only yonder ruins. Many died, though by a miracle, young Master Wright was spared. You can see it from here. Look, right there on the other side of the beach. Do you see it? Alrighty then. I will not waver in my determination to destroy that thing, not while this old body of mine endures. Okay, so where is this grave site thing? Because I'm supposed to find it. Oh, I passed it, didn't I? There was no name, date, or epitaph on this gravestone. Do not bring flowers to this place, for rum is all I crave. Now rest under the same stars I sailed by when alive. Daniel Aberton, 1798 to 1842. Farewell to those of you that walk beside my grave. Here I lie, my name written on stone under the sun. Mary Jane Bennett, 1861 to 1890. Bury my body with the salted driftwood, with the green seaweed and the worn-out ropes, where I can feel the cold autumn breeze. Gerald Bailey, 1810 to 1875. Rose Carter. Oh, the church just opened up, I think. The bells of the church. It seems the priest is calling mass. Let's go back to town square and go to church then. I did the thing. I have left the flowers on your lover's grave as you asked. Thank you so much. I'm in your debt. Righty then. A confessional. So Wickport serves a Catholic congregation. Catholic. Good morning. Good morning, my son. Father, why has nobody come to the mass? The village has seen bleak times. Many have left, and the rest have lost their faith. Every day I ring the bells, but no one answers. May God have mercy on their souls. Why do you suppose that is? I could not say. The mist that shrouds this coast and the shapes that swirl within have long been a source of hearsay. But lately, the stories people tell are not of pirates and smugglers, but something more sinister. Some say the devil himself has come to our shore. It is a rumor I dare not disregard. Are you personally acquainted with Professor Wright? Why, yes, of course. Adam was. Rather, is not merely a parishioner, but one of my closest friends. Since our youth, we enjoyed many scholarly, but sometimes quite fervent discussions, he being an anthropologist, and myself a theologian. That is, until he fell ill. But since he is, like that, I have not visited him. Must go. Wait a moment, please. I need to ask for a small favor. Please give this to Adam. I don't know if it will mean anything to him now, but it will bring peace to my soul if there is some token of our friendship resting by his side. What is that, a thing? Like a picture of some sort? May the Lord be with you. A humble altar made of unadorned marble. Okay. So let's go to the cliffside then. Let me look at this picture. Picture of two young men. They could be Professor Wright and Father Oscar. Oh, can I not actually, like, look at the picture itself? Okay. Yeah, let's go to the cliffside. Is it locked? No, it's unlocked. Surprisingly enough. An empty wardrobe. Its wood is rotten from long exposure to the sea air. The landscape shows the house as it was before the landslide ruined it. There's a peculiar indentation in the stone. Okay. The side of the cliff is heavily exposed to harsh sea winds and waves. Interesting. I'm gonna have to remember that there's an indentation there. Wait, I just saw something. These rocks look like the remains of a landslide. This is weird that there's like a hole in the wall there. Okay, let's go back to the manor. Why is the door closed? Boo. Where did she go? This door is open now. A coat stand. A cage covered with embroidered cloth. The end of a phrase is written on it. A visitor will call. There is no bird inside. Interesting. It is a simple wooden wardrobe. There is nothing of interest in here. There's a closed chest here. There's a key inside. Come on, go through the door, please. Thank you. Oh, the lights are all turned off now. I don't like that. The door's closed. Professor Wright is not here. There is an open book on the floor. The Book of Birds. It is a compilation of legends related to birds. Some of the text has been marked. The birds were traveling to meet their king when they reached a crossroads. The wretched crow tried to lead them astray and onto the path of mist. Many birds followed him and were lost forever beyond that veil. Only the wisdom of the crest Hoopoe and the prudence of the red-feathered robin could lead the remaining 28 back onto the path of righteousness. Ever since, the birds have sung their praise, for without the hoopoe and the robin, silence would have fallen forever. Professor Wright's dressing gown and slippers. It's still snowing outside. The window is shut. Interesting. Okay, so I probably need to go back down to the room with the birds. Look over here. The fire is out. Seems like the manor was abandoned. Like, what happened? Are the birds still in here? Okay. So the hoopoe and the robin. Right? Crested hoopoe and the red-feathered robin. Maybe there's nothing in here that is of use to me. God. No, when I said that, I was like, I wish there was music. I didn't mean this type of music. It is locked. That's the door to the outside. What do you mean it's locked? Okay, so I need to go back down to the beach. I need to go back to town square. I need to go to the beach, apparently. Yeah. Apparently there's something here. Let's wait at the edge of the beach. Which edge, though? In front of the entrance. I don't know if I missed it or what exactly. Because it says dash through the stream back down to the beach. Wait at the edge of the beach in front of the entrance and a necklace will wash up. I don't know. I don't really care either. I think it's just for an achievement. Oh, there was something to do with the birds. God dang it. Ugh. Okay. Well, that's rather annoying, but okay then. I just didn't know which one it was talking about. I wish I could just go through the front door. I don't know why it has to be locked. Because it was open before and now it's closed. Now I have to slowly walk all the way down this long corridor. Well, it's not even a corridor, but you get what I mean. The long room. Okay. This one. The bird inside grows suddenly quiet. And then... this one. The bird inside grows suddenly quiet. All the birds have suddenly stopped their chittering. I don't like that. Sounds as if there is someone at the door. I don't like how all the birds just stopped. The door has been opened. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Wait, how did someone get in here? Now the door is open. I spoke too soon. Oh my... Oh God, Mr. Wright. This poor man. It looks as if his heart gave out on him. His eyes, my God, they are fixed with an expression of utmost terror. Let me see. His fists are clenched. He is holding onto something. It looks like some kind of stone figurine. He is holding it tightly as if he was protecting it from someone. The figurine is beautifully carved, but it appears to be one half of a larger artifact. What has happened to him? I have seen death before, but never has a body left me so ill at ease. I am trembling. Okay. Old wardrobe. The window is open. A cold wind blows into the room. A cheerful scene that would have lifted my heart on any other day. It stands in stark contrast to the tragedy that has befallen this house. Uh-oh. This is serious. I must break the news to Kaufman, and of course the local authorities will have to be informed. Kaufman, what is the matter? Kaufman! Do not worry, I have given him a mild sedative. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Dr. Armitage. The innkeeper called me because he was worried about your friend. Pleased to meet you. I am Dr. Wakefield. What are Kaufman's symptoms? Strong coughing, general feebleness, dizziness. It is too soon yet for a diagnosis. It could be a simple cold, but the sudden onset and severity of his symptoms is certainly a concern. He must be monitored for the next few hours at least. Do not worry, Dr. Wakefield. I will remain here and take care of your friend. Kaufman is asleep. He breathes heavily and looks very pale. Doctor, this is far from my specialty, but do you think it could be something more serious? It is too soon to know. Let us wait and see how his condition develops. Hoffman's coat. Ugly painting. It's still snowing. I should respect Kaufman's privacy. Okay, now I need to go to the cliffside. Apparently I missed a secret. Like here. What was that? I would have had no idea that that was the thing. I probably would have like walked up to it, but then I wouldn't have done anything else. Wait, is this not where it wants me to go? Okay. Oh, I missed another fragment. Where did I get the other fragment? North of the graveyard. Okay. That would have taken me forever, probably. I just want to get to the end of this episode. I have other stuff I need to get done today. I need to go back to the graveyard. Run. Run. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No name, date, or I'm confused. What? Walk through the graveyard to the 5th grave. You will start to dig it up and finding another fragment. I am confusion. Unless I was missing something. Maybe I have to go back to the manor and like do something with that. I don't know. We never informed the authorities, apparently. Did I look at this? A few books on classical theater. Okay. I'm supposed to get another fragment, but I don't know how to get it. Because it says, walk through the graveyard to the 5th grave. You will start to dig it up, finding another fragment. So... maybe I need to talk with the priest then. I don't know what to do otherwise. Let's go in here and just see if there's anything else in here. You're probably not gonna say anything. What can you tell me about Captain Marvel? Does he come here often? Fred? He's a regular, a sad, lonely drunk. Unless I'm supposed to do the other thing with this lady. Nope. Window's closed. So I missed my chance, apparently. Did I mess up? Did I screw something up? I don't know what this wants from me. I don't know what this wants from me. Because it's like a shovel or something that I'm missing? Maybe. Because I know for a fact I switched one of those. I just don't remember which one. Like, I think it was this one that I switched. Like the bird. I think. Watch me have like undone one of them and it's like, god dang it. There it is. Now they're all off. Okay. The clay vessel held by the statue is now broken into many pieces. There is an object among them. It must have been hidden inside. It looks like a compass. It must be broken since it does not point north. That's what I needed. Only the pieces of the broken vessel remain. Okay. I think I'm done with this manor then. I don't think there's anything else that I really need to look at. Get me out of here. Now I go to the graveyard. This is taking a lot longer than I was hoping it would. The compass points to this grave? That would have taken me way too long if I wasn't looking at a guide. That would have taken me way too long. There was something buried here. There we go. And then gravestone. It seems to only be one half of a larger statuette. Joined together, the two pieces form an intricately carved figurine or idol. It is ancient without a doubt. Quite. Okay, so let's go to the cliffside. Back to the thing. And this chapter is going on for a really long time. There we go. It has triggered some secret mechanism. There's a passage behind the fireplace that seems to lead into the cliff. This must be the entrance to the underground tunnel. I must go on. There's a note on the floor. Whatever you find down there, do not stop. Do I want to go down here? Not really. Ugh. I had like the chills all of a sudden. There's some viscous substance. It could be some kind of fungus or maybe the decomposed remains of an animal. Okay. There's nothing in here. Does this lead me back out? Probably. What is this? These are human remains. The flesh is gone, but the bones look undisturbed. How long have they lain here? Why on earth did Professor Wright not alert the authorities? I must press on. What possible research could have led to this? So I'm going in the right direction, it seems. I hear a piano. Which means I'm going on the right track. I thought I heard a piano. Maybe I'm going in the wrong way now. Yeah, I think I'm going the wrong way now. I heard it. Like, I heard like a faint, like, ding, 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 ding. Like a faint song. I think it's off to the left. Yep. I don't like that. Oh, God. There's a grand piano placed in the middle of the room. Keep going. God, this is creepy. I don't like this. It's following me. I don't like this at all. The drawing represents a human figure stepping through some sort of archway or door. I think this is dead end. I hate this. I hate this so much. There's a strange metal device hanging from the ceiling. Where am I going? Like, I thought I was making my way to like a grand room or something. Like that, just like a giant like room. Because I'm going like I at least was going the right way. I just don't know exactly what my destination is. I don't like how it's stopping me. Here we go. What is this place? A strange machine. It does not seem to be working anymore. A note. There's a note on the floor. Who was gone will be back, not the same, but somehow changed. Because that which lurks beyond the door waits, and no one that has crossed through can hope to escape its blessing. I must tell Kaufman all about this. These clothes are torn down to unrecognizable shreds. There's a tag in here with 2 initials, H.A. There's a large archway carved on the stone wall of the cave. Well, now I'm gonna get out of here and something's gonna kill me or attack me or something. Right? Just to make sure. Yep. What was that? Part of the wall's stone seemed to have dislodged from it, leaving behind a large dark hole. Oh god, here we go. That's creepy.